So the first thing we're going to talk about is basically getting ready. I've decided I want to get started on my estate planning. I have no idea. All I've done is found you on Google. I'm going to have my initial meeting.
So the initial consultation process is where I want to get to know the family I'm working with, find out about their concerns. I also want them to bring me a basic understanding of their financial picture, snapshot, because that helps us decide what type of planning we're working with. You know, do they own a house? Do they own a rental property in addition? Do they have large retirement accounts that we need to consider? So I want to get just a whole picture of what they're about, and then what their concerns are for their children. Do they have young children? Are their children older? Do they have a child with a disability? So you just need to get to know them as part of that consultation process. I don't usually require a lot of documents to be brought in for a consultation. Now, if someone has an existing trust that they're wanting to amend or modify, obviously I need to see that. But if they just tell us a list of general assets, I have a house, this is the address. I have an investment account at Morgan Stanley or Schwab. I have a retirement account and the balance is roughly X. You know, I don't need too much detail at that initial meeting, because it's really just about getting to know them and learning about their family. Usually when someone decides to hire us, we then use a process through a cloud-based platform we use called MyCase, and that allows us to gather information from them. There's an intake form that gives us a lot more specific information about their children, their properties, their other assets. It also allows them to upload documents. They have a copy of their deed, they can upload that. So that's where we start to get more details about the specifics of the assets that we want to include in their trust. So what we do with our estate planning clients is we try to meet with them every 3 years to review their estate plans. Now, if something comes up in between and they contact us, of course, we'll talk to them anytime and answer general questions they have. But in terms of if they need to make changes to their documents, if they need to change a trustee, things like that, we have to prepare amendments. So there are charges for those additional documents that are required as they want to make changes over time. It's very important that assets are titled in the name of the trust. So we always prepare deeds for real property to make sure that the assets are in the trust. We have a list of instructions that we give for our clients so that they can go to their bank or they can go to their brokerage for their non-retirement assets to make sure those are titled in the name of the trust as well. So we try to follow up with them and make sure that they've done the asset titling that they need to do on their end. So we do require the clients to do some of the work with regard to their banks, but we handle the real estate side of it because that's usually the most valuable asset people have, and most people don't know how to record a deed. So it's very important that we do that for them. So we have a number of ways that clients are able to communicate with us. In an estate plan, we will meet with or talk to our clients as many times as necessary so that they communicate with us all of the elements that they want included in their estate plan, and that we answer all of their questions about what the documents mean. It's very important. We don't want our clients to sign documents they don't understand. So we're very open to communication, but we also use, like I said, other platforms and mediums for communication. They can send messages through our secure portal. They can send us emails. We can even accept text messages through our portal as well. and we respond to those and schedule meetings and appointments as appropriate to make sure we've covered all of their concerns and questions. So we handle estate planning on a flat fee basis, but it's not one size fits all. So different people have different types of estate planning needs and issues, and so we have a different variety of different models for flat fees for estate planning. To use just general language, we'd say there's a basic estate plan, there's a simple estate plan, and then there's more complex estate planning that we do. But we do it on a flat fee basis so that you know going in exactly what the fee will be, and it doesn't matter how many times you call us or talk to us, the meter isn't running. And I think that's very important for clients to know, that there is a flat fee that's never going to change as we prepare their documents. As part of the consultation process, that's one of the issues that we talk about, because it really comes down to what does the client want, and that determines what a simple estate plan or a more complex estate plan is needed. For example, a complex estate plan might involve providing a special needs trust for a child with a disability. A complex trust might be creating a legacy trust that will go through their children's lifetime and on to their grandchildren. So there's many different types of trusts that are available, and the important thing is to find out what it is that's most important to the client and to be able to provide that. So one of the ways that we remain connected to our clients is we have a newsletter that we send out monthly. And that keeps our clients a little bit informed of some of the changes in laws that occur periodically. And it also just reminds them that they have an estate plan that they need to be thinking about more frequently. And then we also invite them in every 3 years for a conversation about what their estate plan looks like and if anything has changed over those 3 years. Have they had the child get married or a grandchild born? And how does that affect what they want to do with their estate plan? So we try to stay connected, and again, in addition to having them come in every 3 years, I always invite my clients to call me up if they're thinking that something has happened that they need to address. And I want to have that conversation, and it's a free consultation, essentially, to decide if they need to do something to their estate plan. The estate plan that we prepare comes with a 3-year review that's free. Now, if there are changes that need to be made, of course, there are fees associated with making changes to the documents themselves. But we want people to meet with us, and we want to encourage that, because what we don't want is for an estate plan to grow stale and to have issues within the estate plan that don't pop up until it's too late. You know, after someone dies is a bad time to learn that there's an asset that's not in the trust, or that something's happened to a beneficiary that we need to protect, but we can't. So there are lots of things that can happen. Right now I have a trust where one of the beneficiaries just got a $1.6 million judgment against them. And so we're able to protect that beneficiary because the money is still in the trust, and so the creditor who has the judgment can't attach that money that's in the trust. But there are all kinds of things happen, and we want to be able to sort of talk to our clients regularly so we know what's going on. Another big thing is changes in laws. In the last 3 years, we've had major changes in retirement accounts, property taxes, and in 2026, there's going to be a change in the estate tax laws. So it's always important to keep your clients informed and to talk to them regularly about these changes.